to yet another episode. Those that are new, kindly don't forget to subscribe, share, so that we can be able to learn together. In our past episodes, we've always had a conversation. And in our today's episode, we are going to handle one of the questions that popped up, and it was from a man, a gentleman. And I love that question, and we're going to talk about it today. So the question was, hi Dorothy, can we talk about narcissistic women using children as a weapon? Wow. Can we talk about the narcissistic women who use children as a weapon? We're going to look at it in both angles, both men and women who use children as a weapon. And before that, let's get down to the definition of a narcissistic personality disorder. Of course, there is the dictionary explanation, there is the psychological explanation, and then there is my explanation. A narcissistic personality disorder is, should I call it, some people call it spiritual absence disease, or a disease to the soul. Because for people with narcissistic personality disorder, they are at the borderline of psychopath. They could be social. I can't say that they're antisocial, but their personality is that kind that 1 minute they want the best for you, the next minute it's like that goodness they ever wanted for you never existed. So they are self-centered people, egocentric people, and people whose world only revolves around them. But as the world revolves around them, the people outside know them as a very different breed. The people inside know them as a totally pathetic breed. It means that while they do things outside, they do it as a mask. It is also very important to remember that a narcissistic person, while they chose you, you will always realize that they met you at your lowest. In this case, this man must have been going through something, either a divorce or a separation or something, that made him vulnerable and helpless. When this woman realized that this man needed a shoulder to lean on, she offered that shoulder. For a woman to meet a narcissistic man, then that woman could have been going through something that was emotionally draining. And they come with a presentation of a velvet covered cake. Who doesn't like a velvet cake? Who doesn't like a chocolate cake? It is something that is appealing to your eyes. They present themselves as people who are appealing to your eyes. You cannot tell. Even the telltale signs that people tell you, this is a red flag, this is a green flag, this is a pink flag, you cannot see any flag at that particular time. Because you are emotionally under the drain. Then they come as a people who want to lift you up. The first few months, the love bombing stage, they make you feel like you've never been loved before. They make you feel like you're the person they've been waiting all their lives. They make you feel like you're alive once again. If you're a woman, you know that feeling. Makes you feel like, when they say, he made me feel like a woman. And if you're a man, this woman will cross rivers, oceans, seas, and lakes just to ensure that you're happy. But with time, again, we cannot hide for far too long. Somehow in the process, in the middle, something will have to come out. Something will show up. Then their real self will unveil one after the other. This is when you'll start to see pink flags. Then you'll tell yourself easily that, this one is not so hard. This one I can deal with. This one I'll handle. Then years turn years after years after years. Months turn into years. At this point of time, if it's a woman, then you realize you already have kids with this person. If it was a man, then you realize that you already have children with this woman. Then there is the societal pressure. There is your background, which is a background of fear, that foundation of fear. Because for you to attract a narcissist, then there is something that this narcissist or this person is coming to quote and say, fill a certain void that this person are coming to fill in your life. And as days continue, you'll realize that things change. As days continue, you'll realize that their attitudes change, how they speak. And then one thing will stand out. While this person turns into something else in the house, he turns into something else again outside. If this man was your husband, if this woman was your wife, the people outside your environment will give you a very different definition of this woman. If it was a woman, they'll tell you, Madam Dorothy, that is the woman to be with. That is the woman that every man would want to have. That woman is virtuous. That woman is helping. That woman is selfless. If it was a man, then the society will tell you how much that man is helpful, how much that man is great, how much that man is that's a very good man. But the twist comes in when the people that are close to this man speaks of totally different things about this man. He doesn't help. He's arrogant. He's mean. He's stingy. And you're like, wait. The man that I know from my house, the father that we know, is not the man that the society knows. It's not the man that the church knows. It's not the man that children know. The husband or the wife that you know as a man is not the father that the children knows. So, having a narcissistic person who uses the children as a pawn, because I've had cases where a narcissistic man, during the process of divorce, attachment stage, would walk into the woman's home and announce and demand to see the child. The event that the child was not there, then the man would forcefully have sex with this woman. That is rape. But because this woman already feared this man, because she had been threatened, not once, not twice, not thrice. The man constantly reminded her of how unworthy she was and how great he was, and even if he would kill her, nothing would happen. This woman kept living on the verge, living on the edge of, if I don't give in, then what? Narcissistic women will also be able to be at a position to frustrate men whose only quest is to see their children. Because the easiest way to kill a man's ego and the easiest way to kill a man's self-esteem and sense of self is deny him chance to see his children or to see his child and get him out of control. Men love being in control. And when they find themselves sliding out of control, they lose it. So for this question that the man asked, how do you deal with the woman or with the mother who uses children as a weapon? First of all, it's wrong. Again, I'm only basing my argument on the question. So as a man, first of all, get to understand who you're dealing with. You're dealing with a manipulative freak. This woman will manipulate you for anything. Other people will see her as a very angelic woman. But it's only you, the man, who knows her true identity. So, because someone with a narcissistic behavior will always have their ego way above. And they constantly looking for a piece of tissue to constantly wipe their egos. So once you've understood the person you're dealing with, then it will be easy for you to know that when we have this conversation, this is how she reacts. When I ask of this, this is how she reacts. Then it means all her red buttons. It doesn't mean that you need to walk on eggshells around her. No. It means learn her red button, learn her green button, and then apply reverse psychology. It's a bad one, I know. Apply something called either dark psychology or reverse psychology. When they do something that they know that triggers you, because for a narcissist to get to you, then it means they've learned you quite well. Actually, they do learn you on the very first day of meeting. And they meet you because they want to meet you. They stay with you because they want to stay with you. You are their battery recharge. You're their power bank. So when they go outside and pretend to be all good, they drain. This is a secret. When they go outside and to pretend to be all good, their battery drains. So they come home and trigger you so that you can start having back and forth. So the back and forth is a charging point for them. So first of all, deny her that charging point. They also know your green button, your red button, and your amber button. So when they're going to touch your red button, instead of reacting, hold back. That woman speaking, and I'm not going to respond to that. But again, sometimes mad people can speak sense. So when they speak sense, you pick the sense in it. This is number 2. Number 3, if this woman is ready to get help from a professional, well and good. If this woman is not ready, then, my dear brother, praying will be very hard, and hoping the best for you will not be very easy, because narcissistic personality or people with narcissistic personality do not stop. That is their daily life. So you choose your battle. Which way do you want to go? If it gets to the point of you're making a decision of staying with this woman, then you must stay with this woman knowing so well what you're getting yourself into. And so all you need to learn is how you're going to manage from there henceforth. And then again, if you decide to leave, remember there are also children involved, and so it should be done amicably. But before that, sit down with a therapist or sit down with someone who can help you go through the advantages and disadvantages of either staying or leaving. But above all, I wish you all the best.